King of the Hill is one of the greatest TV shows ever made. And I finally binged through all 13 seasons. It took me half a year to do it. I watched an episode a day for about a long time, sometimes more if I really like. With this show, if I'd watch a really good episode, which happened quite a bit, I would immediately want to watch the next one. Sometimes I wouldn't do it, sometimes I would, but I would end up watching sometimes 2 to 3 episodes a day if I was really into it. Because that's how good of a show this is. This is an odd show where this is almost one of those shows that you wonder why it's animated, but honestly, because it's so realistic and so calming. But honestly, there's so many cartoony physics to the characters in terms of things they do that it really wouldn't work in live action. But you know, characters like Dale and Boomhauer just don't work in live action. But it's still, but it is kind of like a very normal slice of life show. And this is a show that I think gets better over time because this is a show where that came out in the 90s. There's a lot of 90s lingo. It's clearly set in that era. But I think, just seeing how our society, has gone more leftist in terms of its ideas and progressive. Like right now, obviously not here in the States just because of what's going on with our president right now, but like it kind of has moved that way. And seeing an older man who's frustrated by a lot of things, learn to just deal and understand that this is the way things are, and I don't have to fully understand. I don't have to like it, but I do have to try and understand it and survive in this world. And the way they portray that with Bobby and his relationship and everyone else's relationships around them is really beautiful and really well done. And I think what's great about this show is I really watching this show for 13 seasons. It felt like individual lessons these characters learned in these episodes stuck with them to the very end of the show. It really felt like characters changed every episode and grew in such a unique, interesting way. All the characters are incredibly well written. The show's also very funny, which you wouldn't really expect from such a mundane slice of life show. There's so many great jokes and bits that I remember, lines of dialogue that I remember and quote with people because it's just that good. And all the characters are just truly wonderful, and you just grow to really love each one over time. And what's also great is there's a lot of baits with fans of like certain characters. Are they bad? Do Peggy Hill sucks as a character for some fans? But really, if you really watch the show the way it's meant to be viewed, these are people. They have flaws. They do a lot of shady things. And yeah, I mean, doesn't mean there's not bad episodes with some of those characters, but there are definitely, every single character has moments I've cringed. Hank is the main character of the show, and I've cringed so many times at things he said and actions he's done. Bobby, I've cringed at. Bill, I've cringed at a lot. Boomer, all of them, and they all learn lessons, and it's really unique. And it's really a great show, family show, because it's a show where the adults learn things, the kid characters learn things in their own unique way that leads to a show that's funny, entertaining, sweet, empathetic, and interesting all at the same time. And I'm just one of the greatest TV shows ever written. Truly something special. And I hope that the new King of the Hill reboot is really good. That's the main reason I'm also binging through this show and reviewing this. I'm actually going to be doing the same for Malcolm in the Middle. At least Malcolm in the Middle is not 13 goddamn seasons long. Just saying. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe.